Associations are finding themselves navigating through three significant issues simultaneously: diversity, equity, and inclusion, digital transformation, and decision and work systems occurring within a hybrid environment. This particular platform allows the design of facilitation that solves problems not just unique to a hybrid environment, but in fact problems that have existed in decision and work groups face to face. People are frustrated for not getting an equal opportunity to contribute. Most participants in meetings would appreciate interaction, but they feel their voices are not heard as much as the louder voices, while too often they just sit and listen. Some folks feel their ideas are not judged on the merit, but based on who brought them up. And we know that introverts do not always feel comfortable when sharing their opinions in large crowds, and they would rather not be forced to speak up in front of everyone until they are confident in the content of what they're to share. Tools like Teams and Zoom sometimes be complex for folks to navigate. There is no substitute for a well-designed and well-organized decision and work process. The value of a platform like Howspace is that it allows for both synchronous and asynchronous contribution. All the thoughts are collected in one place, and the AI that is integrated into the curation facilities of the software allow for easier assessment of consensus, commonality, where there's agreement and disagreement, and where there are additional choices. Virtually every association in North America is paying particular attention to issues of social justice, diversity, equity, and inclusion. One of the barriers to extending the conversations involved in decision and work to a wider variety of experience and perspectives has been the limitation that exists on the size of a work group that can be effective. A well-designed process utilizing the Howspace platform allows for active and equitable participation of perspectives from a wider variety and a larger audience than has been reasonably possible when we were constrained by the realities of face-to-face meeting. Effective decision and work processes have always been dependent upon good group dynamics. Simply calling a group of people together in either a physical space or a virtual space, and not allowing them to have access to the information that they need in order to make a confident decision, not giving them the methodology that they require in order to logically approach a problem, an issue, or a need, has always been the reason why so many committee, board meetings, and House of Delegates meeting have been, shall we say, less than optimally productive. Howspace, used in a hybrid environment, solves almost all of the group process problems that have existed for some time with large groups engaged in conversation, the purpose of which is to lead to a decision. A space is created where a community dedicated to solving a problem, developing a strategy, considering the implications of an issue, can confront that assignment with access to the collective information base that they will require in order to make a decision that will be understood and supported by others. Given the work that we do with associations across North America, in assisting them to develop strategy to navigate the significant issues that they and their members and their mission are facing, we've discovered that Howspace is a solution to challenges that occur at the intersection of three significant issues: diversity, equity, and inclusion, where we seek to provide meaningful opportunities for a wider variety of perspectives to be involved in providing opinion, insight, experience, beliefs, and values in our decision-making process. Digital transformation, which often is a process of identifying a new tool and putting the shiny object in place, and then determining what the new shiny object allows you to do differently or better. Howspace is a methodology that allows effective decision-making and group work to occur over an extended period of time, but a time less than the amount of time that a series of committee meetings often take. It puts the work of the group in one easily accessible place and allows each member of the group equal opportunity to provide insight, to ask hard questions, to participate in a robust conversation in a culture of inquiry. The hybrid environment brings a special set of challenges to decision and working groups, in that creating a methodology that allows for a useful, productive, and enjoyable experience for individuals that are participating virtually and for individuals that are participating face-to-face has for some time provided an additional challenge to effective group process. Howspace as a tool can be used face-to-face and in virtual space. And because it is a place where the community meets for its conversation and to do its work, we're able to effectively blend the participation of those who are in the real room and those who are in the virtual room, thus providing for equitable participation in the process and common understanding and ownership of the decisions that emerge from that discussion.